Well, hello, Leo, my favourite of all the signs. This is Yola from Kitchen Witchin, and I'm here with your November 2021 reading. And it is a very interesting one. There's a lot of powerful stuff going on this table at the moment. So the first card I always draw for all my readings is a goddess card, and the goddess I drew for you is Baba Yaga. And Baba Yaga is all about being authentic. She is a crone and she is proud. So it is about not doing too much people pleasing this month, Leos, which I know is something that you all do. You do you? Sorry, I'm a little bit silly tonight. So the first card that I drew for you is the Star card. So it really does speak of it being a time this month of kind of wish fulfillment, of kind of putting in the work, making your wishes, in order to move through to kind of a happier, brighter time. It also is the card of Aquarius, like myself, which is your opposing sign. So it may be a call to kind of look at your yins and your yangs within yourself as well. You know, Leos are very much about the self, and Aquarians are very much about the world. And if you can find balance in both of those areas, then, you know, you're just going to be an all-round ball of love, really, aren't you? And next to that, you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles really talks about a juggling of kind of our responsibilities. So maybe the wish for you is like, I can't keep juggling all this stuff. I just haven't got enough time. It does feel like, you know, that this is something that plays on your mind quite a lot. And it may be that you're not giving yourself enough self-care time and you're not stepping into your authentic power and being who you are. But it feels like that's going to change pretty quickly, because you've got the Eight of Wands next to that, which is kind of this movement of communication. Something's coming in. Something's going to come in that's going to help you look at how you manage your priorities in order for you to step in to the Beyonce card, or the Wonder Woman card in this deck, in the Cosmic Tarot, the Nine of Pentacles, the independent person, the self-sufficient person, the person who knows their own self-worth. But does it, I think with the Nine of Pentacles, very different from something like the Queen of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles is kind of got a quite humbleness about it. So it feels like there's going to be some form of communication. It might be some form of travel that helps you do this, that will help you move into a much more settled space within yourself, where you are actually honouring yourself and your own authenticity, and your own self-worth. And I know this because next to that we have the Strength card, which is actually the card of Leo. So at one end I've got the Star card, which is the card of Aquarius, and at the other end I've got the Strength card, which is the card of Leo. So this is why it feels like the balance between you really needs to be addressed this month, in order for you to really step into this kind of powerful place within yourself. But you certainly have the strength within you to do that. You have to make some of that communication happen, I think. You've got to kind of be part of that process. I think maybe you've been looking a little bit too much for external sources to help you or to give you gratification, but actually you have it all inside you. You don't need any of that. And I know that because we have next to that the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about harvesting after a hard work. It's reaping what you sow. So all the stuff, maybe those wishes with the Star card that you've put in, will start to now manifest. But it's got a really kind of cycle of life feel to it. I always get the song from the Lion King in my head when I see this card. Because with harvesting, we must remember that we also need to plant those seeds again so that we have a harvest next year. It's got that real cycle of kind of way of being. So don't forget, if you get whatever it is that is coming into you, to replant the seeds for next year. And again, you've got the Chariot here. Now the Chariot, a bit like the Eight of Wands, it feels like there might be travel on the card for some of you this month, or movement for sure. There is going to be a stirring up of something, a renewal, a kind of, I don't know, a fresh new way of looking at things, like the end of a painful cycle. It feels like it's kind of moving. There's a moving energy. Things are going to move on this month for sure. And you've got quite a lot of pentacles on the table, so it does feel like it probably is going to be around something to do with your life, your practicalities, your home, your family, your work. And then quite strangely, I pulled the Five of Pentacles right in the centre of your reading. It's probably the only card that kind of baffled me a little bit, but I sat with it for a bit, and actually it feels like that you felt a little bit out on the outside of everything. What do the young people call it? FOMO, fear of missing out card. You feel like you've been left out of things, maybe of decisions, but that's going to change with these Eight of Wands and this Chariot kind of kicking about. That's going to change. You are going to be very much the centre of this. And it may be something to do with your marriage, or wife, or spouse, or partner, because we have the Hierophant there. Or it could be to do with structures, some form of, I don't know, legal documentation, some form of, I don't know, ways of being. I don't know, but it's some ways that you don't like this. This is what I feel. You're really trying to, what it feels like is that you've been really kind of squeezed into being a bit too conformed of late. And you're really like, oh, I want this to change. I don't feel like I'm really honouring myself. I'm not honouring my authenticity. I'm not being the right person that I am. And that can be, as I say, within anything. It could be within a relationship. It could be within work. It could be within the family. Wherever it is, it's hitting for you, wherever it resonates for you, then, you know, go with that. But it feels like that's changing. It feels like that energy is moving through, and it's feeling like you're learning from your experiences and you're kind of harvesting what you've sown. You know, your karma is coming round. It feels like it's a really positive month for this kind of karmic movement, because as your final card, I got the Empress, which is a beautiful card. She's very lovely. She's got a fantastic hat. Well, is it a hat or is it a shower cap? Hat or shower cap? Please let me know. But that is, again, stepping into your power. It's very similar to that Nine of Pentacles. It's very, you know, very kind of self-loving, knowing your worth, knowing what you can bring to the table, knowing that you're valuable, and kind of stepping away from being on the outside to being the centre of everything, which is what all Leos want, surely, isn't it? It's kind of got that energy. Yeah, so it feels there's like lots of movement happening. There's stuff going on for you this month, definitely, Leo. And the moon, the Moonology card that I drew for you, I haven't got my glasses on, so I might just pop them on because I am a little blind, is the full moon in Capricorn. And this says the end of a tough cycle approaches. And certainly that's what it feels like, particularly with that Five of Pentacles in the middle. I don't know if you can see this one, but it really is quite a destitute card. I mean, it looks like it's after the apocalypse, all these sort of homeless people kind of wandering the streets. And look, beside them, there's these beautiful gold coins that no one is able to touch. So it does feel like this is coming to an end now, this kind of feeling of maybe poverty, and that can be not just money. It's like poverty in terms of love, poverty in terms of friendships, poverty in terms of quality of life. But this feels like it's moving. And a lot of that has been to do with restriction, and that could literally be the lockdown. It's to do with some form of restriction that's been imposed upon you by others, for sure, which is why I feel Baba Yaga's here going, you need to be authentic, Leo. Step into your power. That's what she's whispering in my ear right now. And then we, from the Wiccan cards, I drew the cauldron. So this really is talking about how are you going to make your potions? What are you going to pop in that pot? What's going to make it better? And the pot being your life. What are the elements that you need to put within that potion to make it what it is? What elements do you need to add to your life to make it what you want it to be? And the overall card from the overall tarot card that I drew from the Angel Tarot is the life experience, Archangel Shomuel. So this is kind of your overall general message for this reading. So it's a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. Leo, 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 you got a powerful month coming. I can see it. But it's going to be some ends to some sad old times and a real stepping back into who you are. And rawr, we love you. So keep doing you. Love you, Leos. If you would like a private reading, then all my details are down below. If you are interested in any of my remedies or my cosmetics that I hand make here in my little witchy kitchen, then they'll all be going up on my Etsy shop very shortly, so keep an eye out for that. If you would like to support the work I do by giving a donation, my PayPal is also down below. But for now, dear Leo, I love you very much and I hope to see you in December. Have a fabulous month because I know you will. Lots of love. Bye.